Welcome to the Flora Sage Podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we are continuing on with our decluttering series for business owners. And I want to say right off the bat, thank you so much for all the incredible feedback that I've been getting from my listeners. You guys are so incredible. I didn't realize that this would strike such a chord with so many of you. So I am so excited. We're going to continue on with this decluttering series for business owners, specifically for the next couple of months. I will be sprinkling in some personal decluttering as well. So for those of you who don't have a business, you are more than welcome to continue listening. But in any case, this episode, we're going to discuss how to declutter the distractions in your business so that you can increase your profits. So, one of the biggest pieces of clutter, especially distraction, in your business is to follow what's trending. If you follow any big business guru, there is something new each week or even daily that they're telling you that's now trending, and for you to start implementing. And you need to do this new thing to make a profit in your business. But what following trends does is it causes you to get distracted from your core reason of why you even started your business. And it distracts you from your core platform. We talked about both of those things in last week's episode. It also unnecessarily adds to your to-do list, and it adds unnecessary tasks, it adds unnecessary team members, and more importantly, unnecessary overhead expenses. That's a lot of things that are just unnecessary that you don't need. So another thing that it can cause is it can cause you to hit a wall and feel burnt out and lose your love for what you do. Again, we spoke about that in last week's episodes. Trends come and go. The classics stay classic for a reason. Stay the course with what you do best consistently, and you will always fare better than the people that are following trends. Because when you consistently show up in a way that feels good for you, that feels natural for you, people feel that. The people that are following you will see you just chasing those trends and be like, really? Because it really distracts from your core message. If you're out there dancing and shaking your booty and doing all the things that are trendy, or doing, the trending things, those core people that love your message, I've seen fall away because they don't want what's trendy. They want what's relevant. And people are following you because you are relevant with your message for them and their lives based on whatever your core platform is. So how do you ignore the distractions, and how do you start to declutter those distractions from your business? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Decluttering truly is essential for a thriving business. It not only clears your task list, but it also clears your mind. It makes it easier to focus on the tasks that actually do matter. Distractions also pull you away from your message. They pull you away from your core offer and your passion projects. So I want you to ask yourself, what is my message? What is my core message? What is my core offer? And do I have or do I pursue any passion projects? These are all really important questions to ask yourself as you move forward in your business. Now, if what you're doing currently isn't aligned with those top three, your message, your offer, and your passion, you're distracted. So let's eliminate these distractions and declutter these distractions pulling you away. So how do we do that? Well, first, start to identify what's important to you and your business. This is huge. Is it community involvement? Is it whatever it is? I'm not going to put words in your mouth. What is important to you and your business. I really want you to take some time to assess this. Assess where you stand and what you feel that you need to do to move forward. This is really going to help you to prioritize your tasks and your focus and what truly matters. Now, for those of you who have been with me for a long time, you've heard me talk about the phases of your life and how you spend your time, how you spend your day, and all that stuff, and helping you figure out what your priorities are in this phase of your life. Well, just like you have phases in your life, in your regular life, you also have phases in your business. You have the phase where you're building, you're growing, you're scaling. And when you're in these phases, building, growing, and scaling, what happens is all of a sudden you get to this space where things just feel cluttered. One of the things that decluttering does is, okay, so you're building your business. You build it, it's built, you're like, yes, this is awesome. You have that solid foundation. You're starting to grow your business, and then you start to scale it. But the thing is when you scale it before you refine or declutter, what happens is you have a whole lot of extra stuff that doesn't need to be scaled. And if you try to scale before you declutter, it's going to be really challenging because you're scaling things that just aren't scalable. And so most people will say it's build, grow, scale. I like to say it's build, grow, refine, and scale. And that's where this comes in. That's where all of these decluttering podcasts, all my decluttering videos, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is so that you can declutter all of the things that are unnecessary, and then your top 20% converting courses and actions and all those things that we talk about in my Align program. You can take that top 20% and scale that. And when you scale that, oh my gosh, it's nuts. It's so good. So one of my favorite authors, Stephen Covey, he's the author of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He said, people are climbing the ladder of success so fast only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. Think about that. People are climbing the ladder of success so fast only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. So for so many coaches, I see this online, so many coaches are focused on growth that they forget to check the wall that they're climbing. They forget to check to look at the ladder that they're climbing. Do you really want to scale this particular part of your business that might not be your moneymaker, that might be literally just a trending distraction that's pulling you away from where your core message is and where you absolutely love to live in your business? Really think about that. So some of the benefits of decluttering these distractions, especially what's trending, especially that, is that you really can start to focus on what matters. You can really start to focus on that core message that lights you up. And, as I mentioned, that moneymaker, you can focus on the thing that's actually making you money. Yes, you do want to be of service and you want to share all the things, but at the end of the day, you still have to pay your bills. You are a business and a company. Now, one of the cool benefits about this also is that it always leads to increased productivity. It always leads to better decision making, and it always leads to more revenue generating actions. Because you've decluttered so much that now what you are doing literally is so hyper focused on your money makers, on where your zone of genius is, you can't help but to make more money. It's so exciting. So allowing yourself to recognize where you feel distracted in your business. And again, allow yourself to sit and think about this. You probably will have to journal about it and ask, where do I feel distracted in my business? Where do I feel like I'm being pulled outside of my zone of genius? Where do I feel like I keep chasing this and that, like chasing the views, chasing the likes, chasing those vanity metrics. We talked about this in previous, podcast episodes. Give yourself permission to really recognize, where are you distracted in your business? And allow yourself to ask, what phase in my business am I in? Am I in the building phase, the growing phase, the refining phase, or the scaling phase? You've already built your business is growing, you're already making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month, and you really want to start scaling so that you can really focus on the things that matter the most in your life and in your business. You've got to declutter. You have to refine before you scale. If you don't refine before you scale, like I said before, you're going to be scaling things that are unscalable, and it's going to waste a lot of time. It's going to waste a lot of money. So what phase of your business are you in, and are you ready to scale? Are you ready to say, yeah, let's, I'm making solid, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 months. Now I want to scale this. You've got to refine it. You've got to declutter the distractions and all the other things that we're going to be talking about in this series, so that when you go to scale, you can do it so quickly, so easily, and it's almost effortless. And I say this from the bottom of my heart, that is what I want for you. So another thing that decluttering all these things is going to help you do is it's going to clear your plate of all the clutter, all the BS. And to have a plate, like have you ever been to like a potluck where you see people that have like this giant plate that's just mounded full of everything, and everything is just kind of mixed together, and they just eat a spoonful of just all the things together. And then you see somebody else that has the same size plate, but they have a little bit of the stuff that they absolutely love. And they sit there and they slowly savor every single bite. And at the end, that person that had the mounded plate is miserable. They're like, oh my God, I'm so full. I can't even like move. I'm just so, And then that person that had the same size plate, however, they only picked just a couple of things, and they didn't mound their plate. They're just like, yeah, I'm going to have, a few bites of this, a few bites of that, whatever. And then they slowly but surely savored each one of those things. What happens is that person is perfectly satisfied, and they even have a little bit of room for dessert. And at the end, they're not overly full. They feel really good. And they're like, yeah, that's what it's like when you refine your business. That's what it's like, because you don't have so much on your plate that you're overwhelmed and you're stuffed to the gills and you're just overstretched. You're just like, I just can't even focus. No, you have only those core things that you want to have in your business, with the priorities that you have in your life and in your business right now. This is going to help you stay focused on your mission and what lights you up. So by identifying what matters, where your priorities are, you can eliminate these distractions that are holding you back and are keeping you from your increased profits. So take the time this week to assess where you stand and what you need to do to move forward. And I promise you, your business is going to thank you. Now, I do have a couple spots left for my accountability coaching. If that's all that you want, click the link in the show notes. If you want to go through my full one-on-one Align program, click that link in the show notes. Let's talk. Let's get you started. It's a 3-month program where we dig in hot and heavy in your business. I look at all your numbers. We kick it off with a 6-hour VIP day. Oh my gosh, it is so fun. It is so fun. And we can see in real time what is clogging up your business. What is keeping you from that greater success that you know you can achieve? And then we align your life, your business together. We simplify and declutter all those things that need to be decluttered, and then we amplify it. That is when we start scaling your business. So click either of those links in the show notes or in the comments, wherever it is that you're watching or listening to this. And I so look forward to speaking with you. Remember, all it takes is a clear vision of what you want and the willingness to take one small degree of shift in that direction daily to align yourself with a life and a business that you love. I hope this serves you today. I love you, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. All links mentioned are in today's show notes.